Australia's Great Barrier Reef, dawn heralds another perfect day. My boat, Call of the Wild, is anchored beside a magnificent coral reef. My sons, Dean and Adam, dream of becoming marine biologists. It's the month of November, and myself, my wife Lynn and Rick Burnup are beginning a 24-hour continuous dive on this coral reef. The plan is to record the incredible diverse changes that occur underwater during the magical rhythm of a day in the life of a reef. From the freezing, lifeless moon, astronauts reported they could detect only one living thing on Earth. It was the Great Barrier Reef. The reef itself is built of limestone, deposited by tiny colonial animals called coral polyps. The result is an incredible array of colours, shapes and designs, which are home to an equal variety of tropical fish and other marine creatures. Food is on every creature's mind, whether hungry or not. When a fish is wounded, erratic vibrations and bleeding may be detected by predators. They gather for the kill. That's the law of the coral jungle. Schooling pilchards have no leader, just an enormous number of flashing elements crowding together to form the illusion of one large body. They are an important part of the food chain. As the waters churn with the feeding below, the birds above dive into the panic-stricken fish. During the morning dive, we see colourful coral fish nipping at creatures hiding in the coral, or biting the coral itself to scrape off the algae. White-haired with age, this once green turtle grass is fodder for a surgeonfish. Competition for food and space on the reef is strong. The trumpetfish rides the coral trout like a stalking horse to sneak closer to its prey. On the morning wane of the tide, a tuskfish turns over the coral rubble in its search for food. The fish's ingenuity in exposing a meal also exposes other food for the waiting freeloaders. A Chinaman fish blows away the sand to expose its food. These bottom feeders are a threat to a pair of pistol prawns, hard at work bulldozing rubble from their tunnel home. The prawns live in partnership with a goby fish, who keeps guard and warns the prawns when danger threatens. Because of the constant threat of predation, every kind of offensive and defensive tactic has been developed for survival. The struggle to avoid predation has been an important evolutionary factor. Those successful have developed fortress homes like the giant clam or venomous spines like this lionfish. A portable home works best for the hermit crab. It's been a long morning dive and scuba bottles need refilling. By noon, the tide is at its lowest. The exposed reef shelters a variety of creatures enclosed within the shallow lagoon. On Australia's Great Barrier Reef, dawn heralds another perfect day. My boat, Call of the Wild, is anchored beside a magnificent coral reef. My sons, Dean and Adam, dream of becoming marine biologists. It's the month of November, and myself, my wife Lynn and Rick Burnup are beginning a 24-hour continuous dive on this coral reef. The plan is to record the incredible diverse change. By early afternoon, the incoming current covers the reef flats. Hundreds of parrotfish move into the shallows and graze like sheep on the coral pastures. Now there is sufficient water for a shark to cross the rampart into the lagoon in search of a meal. The tranquility of the lagoon is shattered. it's time to disappear. Camouflage is crucial to many fish. They blend remarkably into the environment. Poster-coloured fish blend with the colourful corals and also advertise their presence to the opposite sex. Swirling a skirt-like mantle, a Spanish dancer plays host to a tiny shrimp with identical coloration. The master of disguise, the octopus, makes rapid changes in colour, pattern and shape and fades into the coral. Rick Burnup spies an unusual shark. The tasseled wobbegong lies motionless as if asleep, hoping to entice fish to the weed-like whiskers surrounding its jaws. Lynn watches a crown-of-thorn starfish marching along on its stomach. It leaves eaten white coral skeletons in its wake. I'm curious to see a trumpetfish rubbing the turtle grass. Perhaps it likes a tickle under the chin from the commensal crab who lives there. Every reef has its resident moray eel. Lynn and the eel meet in mutual apprehension until the first soft touch of the hand. When the moray eel swims into the open, the coral fish gather round it, quite excited. Something is happening down in the coral. The moray emerges with a deep gash and swims into Rick's waiting arms. A manta ray glides into the cleaner station. Some 50 cleaner fish leave locals waiting and work together to clean the 1-ton giant. Several more manta rays are cruising past in the deeper water, awaiting their turn. These magnificent gentle giants feed only on plankton and do not seem to mind Lynn frolicking with them. gasp for air during copulation. November is the mating season for many of the coral creatures. Sex is anything but simple for the coral fish. There are males, females, male mouth breeders and hermaphrodites that change sex. This female coral trout carries the scars of her courtship. The cleaner fish are mating. The male dominates a harem of 8 to 10 females. If the male disappears, the largest female changes sex within a few hours and takes over the harem. The secret of the male's dominance over his harem lies in constant aggression to inhibit those females most likely to change sex and threaten his position. All this as well as a full day's cleaning. Along the coral wall, where the reef plunges into deep water, 2 tiger sharks are on patrol. The day is drawing to a close, the shadows deepen, the dark waters are forbidding, while the surface is tinged with scarlet. Colour and light fills the sky. On board Call of the Wild, there is much activity. I want to see what effect the sunset has on the fish. There is tension below. The coral fish are nervous and flighty. They sense the night predators will soon be out on the prowl. There's a scurry for shelter inside the coral, and the reef seems empty of fish as the last of the light fades. Parrotfish is extruding mucus to envelop itself in a protective cocoon before it goes to sleep. We dive again at 8 p.m. We are eager to see the next shift when the night prowlers appear. A circle of light marks my path. Beyond is an inky darkness. The parrot is asleep now in its mucus nightdress. The coral trout is asleep too in its mottled uniform of peace. Obviously a light sleeper. My powerful filming lamp blinds and disorientates the sleepy fish. They're confused and circle aimlessly. Rick spies a parrotfish who has not tucked itself into a protective membrane. The reef is now a wall of waiting mouths. The coral polyps extend a dazzling array of tentacles, each containing coiled cells which tranquilize the drifting plankton and tiny fish. The little epaulet shark is totally indignant at being so rudely awakened. It's easy to conjure up a vision of sharks prowling the darkness beyond our light, but when they suddenly materialise out of the gloom right at our feet, it's quite unnerving to say the least. We follow a large stingray and stumble across a ghostly school of rays. Barbed tails crisscross the sandy floor. The rays may be grouping to mate. A weird holothurian thrusts branch-like arms out of the sand to catch the plankton. If threatened, the animal withdraws, right out of this world. What a clever disguise! A spider crab with fire coral that has grown over its body. A sponge crab cut a sponge from the coral and holds it in place with its 4 back legs. Ingenious.
That's beautiful. Now we can go back in the dawn. Back to that one.
It's 15 minutes before sunrise. Time for the fish to wake up. The water lightens to a milky grey. It's like feeling your way through a fog. Very slowly, the waters turn blue as the first of the daylight filters through. Dawn is magic, a primeval awakening, a scene so splendid that it touches the soul. Sunrise beckons the fish to gather round in a harmonious meeting of the clans. It's a brief interlude before the daytime activity resumes. Pity the octopus did not survive the night. The last of the night prowlers disappear. Now by 6 a.m, the daytime fish are busy. Feeding, aggression, survival and mating are the order of the day. We've come the full circle. Our glimpse of this rhythm of life and death has been but one brief day and night in the eon the reef has existed. The delicate yet resilient balance in this reef system has evolved to its own enduring and totally fascinating rhythm of life.